Welcome to the video. We started off this trip with a couple nights at Paynes Prairie State Park up near Gainesville, Florida. We go to this park quite regularly. It's always one of our favorites, especially if we're making a trip up north. It's about 3 hours north of our house, so it gives us a good starting off point. And this time we spent 2 nights here and totally forgot to record much video at all, so you're actually going to get to see me packing up the dog pen and then making the drive out north on the interstate toward Georgia. We were in Site 6 on this trip. A little bit about the park. There are 28 campsites with water and electric hookups. That's going to be sites 1 through 18 and 34 through 49. Campsites 19 through 33 are walk-in, tent-only campsites, so I've not had the pleasure of staying at them. Most sites are heavily shaded. They all have a table, fire ring, and a grill. Well, we've been driving about 2 hours up near Tifton, Georgia. We're going to make our first stop at the Magnolia Plantation. It's right off the interstate, and it's just a fantastic gas station, easy access, RV friendly, and the store is pretty interesting too. We always find something to buy. You can see in the video there's plenty of parking over to the left, and it's an easy straight shot right to the pumps. In my case, I was able to pull in, get gas, and actually back the trailer up into the parking lot behind it and go into the store. Okay, after leaving the Tifton area, about another 2 hours, and we're coming up into the exit for High Falls State Park. It's in Jackson, Georgia, which is a little bit south of Atlanta area. At this point, we had already stopped at the ranger station and got the code to the gate, so we're on our way to our spot, which will be number 82. We got to the park midweek, and as you can tell, hardly anybody was there. It was great. It started picking up on the weekend. We were scheduled to leave on Sunday. As you can see, most spots had filled up by then. I forgot to mention it, but this is the maiden voyage of our brand new camper. It's a Brinkley Model I-275, and it pulled great. In this video, we're walking a portion of the Tranquility Trail. This is a perfect walk for our dog Sammy, since she injured her leg and is limited in mobility. Seems like Sheba and I always get left behind on these trips. Actually, Sammy is like a machine when she's going for a walk. She will pull and pull until she gets to the end. She does not want Sheba to get ahead of her. Sheba, on the other hand, is content to stroll along and smell everything she can, every tree, every leaf. Wendy and I are working with the dogs to get them trained to stay in the camper by themselves. In this case, we stayed about 30 minutes out taking a bike ride around the park, enjoying ourselves. The dogs did fantastic. I guess it really helped since we did it after our walk, so they were pretty tired. Okay, we were in Site 82 at High Falls State Park. Georgia Parks, they'll come out and put a tag on the thing for you to know where your site's at and the checkout date, time. This particular site was a pull-through on the upper level of the loop. And we got 30 amp, 50 amp, 110 volts. Got my little Christmas doggy going. They got 2 dump stations at the exit of this loop. And to set up on this particular one, I got a nice view of the woods. It looks like the park goes out to the yellow markers and if you can see them in the trees. And then it's private property back there. I haven't heard anybody back there. I think last year we heard some people hunting and stuff, but this time we haven't. But today's a weekend, Saturday, so it's a little more crowded than it has been since we got here. And it looks like most of the people are checking out tomorrow with us, so it should be very busy at the dump stations. But this is the site. We love it here. It's very typically calm, especially during the week and in the cooler weather. So, well, we ended up leaving a day early. I was a little nervous about all the people checking out on Sunday, so I wanted to get a head start. And I've been seeing people stopping at this Carroll sausage at the RV park there and some of the other YouTube channels. So we gave it a shot. Actually enjoyed it quite a bit. It was in the town of Ashburn, Georgia, a little bit north of Tifton in this case. And we spent one night. It wasn't very crowded. There was probably about 6 or 7 other RVs there. $45 a night plus, but you get a $10 certificate at Carroll Sausage. You can go there and spend that, which we did. Ended up spending a lot more than $10 too. But it was some good stuff. Some good food. We had breakfast there in the morning, picked it up before we headed out on our way down to Florida. Oh no, looks like we're gonna have to go another 50 miles. Okay, our final stop on this trip is for 2 nights at Manatee Springs State Park in Chiefland, Florida. Never been to this park, but we had a good time. It was a full hookup sites. I think we were in site number 9, if I remember right. We got to see multiple manatees. The water level was kind of low going into the spring, but so the manatees mostly hung out at the Swanee River. But we got to see several of them, and a lot of birds and other turtles and stuff. Hey, thanks for watching. Hey, if you don't mind, also, how about giving me a like? That way I can brag to Wendy.